microphone working? Everybody hear me? Tell if it's high up enough. All right. So my name is Josh, and this is D'Angelo. We have French, Chelsea, and Ashton. We are here to represent the gardens at Jasper. We are previously known as the Jasper Gardens Nursing Home. We're located in Jasper, which is in Hillsborough County. We are a long-term care facility. We're licensed for 110 beds. We offer skilled care, nursing, intermediate care, as well as outpatient occupational therapy services. So this is what's on our agenda today. I'm going to talk a little bit about our organization, the population health, partnership agreements, and the conclusion. First off, we're talking a little bit about rebranding. Through the times changing, we really need to focus on changing our services that we offer. We moved from a viewpoint of focusing solely on our nursing home, long-term care, to moving actually into looking at the continuum of care as a whole. So being able to offer that full spectrum of services that everybody's moving to in these accountable care organizations and such today. Limited use of outpatient services. Nobody knew about it. We were a long-term care facility. They did not know that we offered that to the community. So we want to make that very clear. Market focus was on Jasper residents that were age 65 years and older, so we were only focusing on the elderly, and the elderly in 2014 was only about 14% of the total Hillsborough population of 141,000. We're also focusing on collaborative efforts as we move forward. We were not partnered with anybody. We didn't have any type of integration or anything. So like I said, that's the trend we're seeing. Looking a little bit about on opportunities, roughly 50% of our total revenue is generated through 25% of our residents. This is according to our most recent census data. And those residents are the skilled care residents. The other 75% are the intermediate care patients. Medicare only pays for up to 100 days for the stay of the skilled care nursing residents. So moving that around a little bit, having more intermediate is actually better for our organization. But we're looking at expanding services, and that 100 days, we're currently not in a very good position with that, because the 100 days, they're going to move somewhere after that, maybe home health. They might move into intermediate care. They might move into hospice. So we make that a little bit more predictable. The ability to generate additional revenue from the outpatient services, we aren't utilizing the physicians that we have, the therapists, to generate that revenue. And continuous population growth is another opportunity for us. We have a little bit of information here. You'll see from 1989 to 2014, there's continuous growth for Middleborough. And this is Jasper, the second line. And that grew a lot more exponentially than Middleborough did. But we saw constant growth in both of the largest cities, Jasper being the largest, surpassing Middleborough. We'll pass it on to D'Angelo.
And so, as Josh mentioned, the population is growing. And so with the population growing, we want to know what are their health outcomes? What is the health of the population? So population health is defined as the health outcomes of a particular population, as well as the distribution of those outcomes within the population. These populations are clustered together based off of typically a single demographic, such as geographic location, ethnicity, whether or not they have a particular disability, their place of employment, any single characteristic such as those. For our some of the challenges that our population faces, access to care, the medical resources in Hillsborough County are concentrated around Middleborough as well and Jasper. So for instance, if Mr. John Doe in Boalsburg, his son, little Johnny Doe, he breaks his leg and they need to go to a hospital or urgent care clinic, they will have to travel at least 20 miles to Middleborough to receive care. Education, we know it can be positively correlated to positive health outcomes. And currently, 55% of the population receive no more than a high school education or GED, so that is an issue. Currently, 84% of the workforce receive healthcare coverage from their employers, and many employers are actually considering eliminating or limiting that service, health insurance coverage. So that poses an issue for our residents. And also, 30% of the workforce is actually works in manufacturing and construction. And so, especially for construction workers, the risk of work-related death is actually 3 times for them, and so that's an issue. And also income, is also positively correlated to better health outcomes, and so mostly because it can help facilitate access to care. And so currently for Hillsborough County is 9% less than the national average per capita, and so that poses an issue for us. Some of the prevailing conditions in Middleborough County are actually hypertension, smoking, arthritis, and obesity. And two of the top causes for death are actually heart disease and cancer. And so, like I said, income is one of the biggest players, challenges for the future health of County. And so, as income increases, the demand for health services increases, and so if income decreases, the demand for health services will decrease, and that could cause a surplus of health services within the county, and may lead to physicians actually inducing demand for their services.
Okay. So as you've seen, there is a demand, and part of what we are doing to meet that demand is by engaging in collaborations. We have several collaborations that we've embarked on. One of these is a integrated health network. This integrated health network will involve us, Gardens of Jasper, also Webster Hospital, and Hillsborough County Home Health Agency. The second collaboration that we've embarked on is a partnership, and this partnership would be with Webster Hospital. The partnership would entail Webster Hospital building an urgent care facility on our land in Jasper. The second part of this would be that we would operate a rehab facility on their land in Middleborough. All right, so I'm going to speak about the integrated health network. Chelsea's going to talk a little bit more about the partnership. This integrated health network, as I said, is a 3-way collaboration. It's a joint venture. The big part of this is the hospice. There's a big need for hospice care in Jasper, and we are leading this lead as part of the joint venture. What's going to happen is Webster Hospital is going to build a facility on our land in Jasper. They will receive lease payments from the home health agency, and the home health agency will assume all risk in this case of operations. They will be operating this facility on our property. We will be receiving a benefit, and that we will be receiving 15% of service revenues. Obviously, the majority of these revenues will be going to Hillsborough County Home Health Agency. Second part of this, we have some additional collaborations that are involved. One being EHR system, interconnecting these. Currently, this is fragmented. We all have different contracts. Our goal is to interconnect so that we can have better communication. This is all part of our goal of creating better continuum of care. So we're trying to benefit all the patients throughout this community. On this point, secondly, the integrated telehealth system. We want to have better opportunities for patients to receive care through our networked organizations. This will allow patients to see clinicians through all of our organizations. Non-urgent care transportation. This is the last part of our collaboration, and this involves 3 organizations coming together and creating a contract with a shuttle service. And this will allow patients to go in between our facilities, network facilities, also out-of-network facilities, because we want the best care for patients. We want to create that quality, and we want them to get the best care that they need. So I'm going to hand it off to Chelsea to talk a little bit about our partnership.
All right, something else that we're working on is with Webster Hospital. We're creating a few new services to offer the Hillsborough County area. The first is an urgent care clinic. Currently, there isn't a hospital in Jasper, so we'd like to kind of fill that role with an urgent care clinic. The new facility will be on the Gardens campus. So again, we'll be reaping that benefit, kind of diversifying our campus. Webster will maintain the staffing and operations and also be building the facility. So they will be gaining 100% of that revenue, and then they'll be just giving us a flat rate lease. So we'll be kind of bumping up our revenue as well without taking on any of the risk. Like I said, this will offer some urgent care services to the community and diversify our campus. Next, we are in the process of creating an outpatient clinic in Middleborough. This will be on Webster's campus, fully built by them, but will be fully operated and run by us. We'll offer OT, ST, PT, and respiratory therapy. So we'll gain 100% of that revenue and then give them a flat rate lease for their building and their property. To the community, this will offer rehab services that aren't currently offered at all. So continuum of care, making sure that they're not readmitted into Webster and giving them the best quality that they can have.
We believe the strategies is really going to benefit our community as a whole, but also serve our organization. We believe that first and foremost, the community should always come first, and optimizing the continuum of care and increasing the access to care and also our rehabilitation. That's really going to be it's really going to help with our more services, and we've expanded our footprint. So we think that addresses the cost and quality issues and access issues within the community. As we further align with our mission of the continuum of care, we really feel that will benefit the community as a whole. As important as the community is, benefiting ourselves is also something to keep in mind and ensuring our future as an organization. We've expanded our footprint in Jasper. Our campus is growing and with many profitable services, and we've also entered the Middleborough market now. We've mitigated our risk by sharing it with our partners in these new ventures, and we've diversified with the diversified service offerings in our expansions. We really feel like we can reach more people and really increase the revenue. The future is looking very bright for the Gardens of Jasper, so thank you.
So I guess first we want to open it up to our board for questions that you guys might have.
I have a question about the urgent care clinic. No, I mean the rehab clinic that you'll have in Middleborough. Now, you're going to have therapists there, but won't you need some physicians there?
It's an outpatient physical therapy.
No physicians will be needed. It's just purely an outpatient rehab center.
With physical therapists and PT, OT.
Keep in mind, we will be on Webster's property, Webster Hospital.
I think you guys did a great job. I don't believe anyone thought of the integrative health systems in our presentation. So well done.
It took a while for y'all to get to collaborate.
Yeah. Just one quick comment. I'm just curious. So what was the role behind establishing a hospice to provide access to care to address a certain, population, like people over 65 or older, cardiovascular disease?
I think there was a need in the community. There was not one in the
Not one.
community, so we wanted to fill that void. I think the closest was in Capital City, so
recommendation. I don't know if you guys talked about that too.
Well, I think with the hospice care, when we decided to partner with what, that
Yeah.
was kind of what we moved into.
Okay, yeah, perfect. No, I do like that. You build, we run, and what they build, and that's kind of interesting. I thought that was kind of neat.
We kind of try to stay with like each group's specialty.
Sure.
And let them do their work.
Yeah. Or what you know.
Great job. So you guys are not planning to grow your skilled nursing really at all? You're just focusing mainly on kind of outpatient care and then increasing revenue through letting people lease your land?
I think, yeah, it was more about increasing the revenue since, the skilled nursing is, not a big payer.
Well, it is in percentage.
In percent, our big payer,
But
but,
outpatient rehab services are more of a self-pay out of pocket, so we wanted to capitalize on that more than CMS. So not scaling down at all, just building on other things to increase revenue overall.
Part of the things that we've had on the back burner as well, for the idea of rebranding is that the name The Gardens can move to other communities, within the region. So The Gardens would encompass that long-term care name, and we would have room to expand once again.
Did you all consider expanding, the gardens in the Middleborough? I mean, doesn't Webster have a lot of land there?
well, we did expand into Middleborough
With
with
the
the
outpatient.
outpatient, right.
I believe there's already a skilled nursing facility, I think. Yeah.
The gardens is all encompassing. The gardens is like our all encompassing kind of like umbrella name, which has our physical therapy. We wanted to make it more broad, so people would be more comfortable coming to an outpatient therapy, and it's not just the nursing home. So that's why we kind of wanted to make it broad, and, the name The Gardens is not just our skilled nursing facility, it's for everything.
Right, but to answer your question, the only thing that we are doing in Middleborough is strictly the outpatient. We will be staffing.
Any of our other guests have any questions?
Hi, I'm Nancy Brodowski. Great presentation, but I just have just a few questions on this. You're talking about the population growth in Hillsborough County. Is the population growth though related to the services that we would be providing?
We actually didn't have enough detailed information to provide an answer to you for that. The only breakdown of by age we had was for the year 2014. So that's where I got the statistic of the 14% of the total 141,000 people in Hillsborough County being of the age 65 years or older.
Okay.
Limited data.
Okay, because I couldn't tell if the population growth was due to birth rates. And it'd be a while before they could use our services. Then, let's see, I have another question. I also had a question about the hospice, because the comment was there's a big demand for hospice, and how did you determine that?
I think we just determined that by the book saying
There was a
was
need for
demand.
it. And there was, the book
Book
said
said
there
it
was a
could go
need,
by.
and
There was no
there wasn't
evidence.
one, and
No evidence.
we filled it.
Okay, but you didn't kind of come to your own conclusion based on mortality rates and diseases associated with that?
Most of what we use is just by the fact that it just didn't exist. There's nothing provided to the transfer. Since different areas within Hillsborough County, it's so spread out, we just wanted to offer that. As far as statistical evidence, we don't have anything.
experience with looking at healthcare policy, and from what I saw, I don't see where we, violated any antitrust laws or anything regarding the Stark laws. There are no incentivizations, within our system